I wanna do it right. I wanna change my life with. Okay, so who starts a YouTube session singing other than your girl J Essence Journey? And I actually am thinking I'm going to do this more in a podcast way. So I definitely want you guys to talk to me if you're there. If anybody's there, if you're out there, holla if you hear me. But honestly, this is like the first time I've ever gone live, like at 2 p.m. Rwandan time. And so I don't think it's going to be too many of us joining in. But I want to shout out, I'm just going to say my girl because I don't say people's names. My girl, we were having a really deep ish kind of conversation today, and I was letting her know that there's been a lot of concern in my spirit. You know, that's how things start. I want to talk to you in my spirit. There's been a lot of concern in my spirit, and because of the different ventures I'm doing, um I don't know sometimes what to talk about when it comes to JS's journey. Hey Lioness, much love. Only because it's like you don't understand, like literally my life. If I talk to you right now, one day I'm out spraying mango trees. Another day I'm doing research on fungus and organic living. I'm doing a Hatima farm drive. We're doing landscaping, then we're hunting for boreholes, then I'm doing a my cousin connection. I am creating video for the relocate in Rwanda course, which I'm going to be honest, you need to be a part of. And I'll say that right now, if you're considering moving to Rwanda, you need to be part of this course. We break down every single thing. We also have free consultations and chats in that actual course that's only for those students and those members. We also do the ability for you to ask certain questions. We've created a WhatsApp group just for people with me and my counselors, answer the questions to help support that. Thank you, Andre. It's such a dope course. I just finished doing 2 videos that I need to upload for there. And we're going to actually do a neighborhood tour video so we can break down the neighborhoods. And I'm looking at doing that like next weekend because I don't want there to be all this extra time. But once you're in, it's a lifetime membership. So you get all that access information. Only thing I say is do not bootleg it, please. Like if you have a cousin in them who need to have the course, don't be like, yo, I'm gonna give you my passcode. Like tell them, come in and get the course. If you want to get a hookup, Jay, can you give them a discount? I got you. And we'll do that. But I'm gonna get into one of the reasons why Andre, much love on Andre. Andre knows what this conversation is about to be about. So I'm gonna shout this out right now because part of the course, part of the conversations, part of the things that's going on is to we gotta talk money. In fact, I will tell you a whole bunch more stuff that I'm doing. I got the My Cousin Connection still happening. We have bank runs and support happening with that. We had the wonderful Us Giving. And then we have we have special VIP network events. So we have a major one coming up for December. We're doing a lot. But hold on, who's this one? Hey, y'all tune in. What's up, Auntie? Auntie already grinning. I know. I miss you. Yes, Auntie, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk to people. I was about to say I'm about to talk to folk because like let's get into the deep. Uh a lot of people and a lot of us are so busy determining and deciphering our move. And I'm going to look at this as a move away from America, like our move away from America. And our biggest question is how much should I budget? What should I budget? What do I need to take care of? What do I need to financially take care of? And I think one of the reasons why I grimace at that question, there's a couple reasons. But one of the main reasons I grimace is because we're looking at our full life. We're looking at a change of lifestyle. We're looking at who we want to become, and we're putting a monetary stipend on what it takes for us to become that. And I don't think that's the right mindset. And it was really hard because I'm going to let you know I didn't follow this. And I'm telling you this now in order for people to be successful, I want you to succeed. We have to have a conversation that is inclusive of one sustaining lifestyle. not how much it takes to move to Africa, how much it takes to move to Rwanda. How much does it take for me to sustain a life in a new country or place? What do I need to do in order to sustain this? What is the difference between my active income and my passive income? And if I am not in a strong enough place for passive income, what ventures or investments or things can I put in order to grow that? And I'm going to talk more so like if it was me 4 years ago on the other end. And the very first thing I'm going to sit there and say to me on the other end is stop being scared of big money conversations. Nobody in any financial arena knows more than you. They just spent more time learning about something that you didn't spend any time learning about. You don't understand finances. You don't know what an ETF is. You don't know what an index fund is. You are scared of Robinhood. You are scared about dividends. You are scared about passive income. And you believe that every single piece of money that must come into your pocket must be sweated and earned by your hard work. And I love you. And you are worth more than that. And there's a financial game out there you know nothing about. So it's okay to be humble and simply learn. Simply learn, simply learn, simply learn, because you will grow from it. Get around people who do understand that and not scared about it. Find places and entities to understand and learn about it and know that you're worthy. And take 20% of your income now and stash it away. And I say that because, like I said, I'm talking to me, because the first piece of moving out here or living or whatever out here, everybody's lying if they're saying they're not talking about money or thinking about money in some way, unless they're on retirement money. Um, the money aspect of living out here is real because you have to come up with a plan. And the first problem that a lot of people do is they have a plan to save money to get them here, but there's not necessarily a contingency plan on how to sustain it. Now, for some people, they're like, okay, I'm going to keep my job and I'm going to keep working. And I'm one of those people, like, I am sustaining majority of my lifestyle because I 9 to 5 on the state side to be able to use that. The thing is for me is that I have now found a life that I love, and I know that my money is not building into a retirement fund. I know that it's not easy for me to get outside collateral to do things. And now you see your girl is going into business. And so that's where I was like, okay, how do I sustain this? And how do I step into my ownership of becoming an entrepreneur and thinking with wealth mindsets in mind to be able to create something that's long lasting? So, woof, let me start all over because Linus, I'm going to answer your question in a second. Um, but what I'm going back to try to tell you is that the very first piece, if we talk about the main money conversation that we do not have, is we do not address our mindset. We do not address our mindset. We do not address our spending habits. And let me say this. This is the only thing that irks me about this is when people say we don't address our mindset, people spending money on Air Jordans and all this other stuff. I don't think that's our problem in our community. I don't think that's our problem at all. I don't think that shopping is our number one problem. I think problems are our number one problems. That as soon as we grab a little bit of dough or something, or we try to do something, there's always an emergency that comes up. There's always a family issue that comes up. There's always, we need to help so and so, or a donation cause that comes up, or there's always something, and people feel guilted in order to help or support, and that help is financial. And we don't give enough opportunity for people to take something and learn it and grow it. We don't give an opportunity for people to not participate in something, or not to get the top shelf drink. Like, I feel like the biggest issue first is problems. Problems come up, and we don't know how to resolve those problems in a lot of ways, except for what we've been taught. And that's sometimes you just put money on it. How many times have you turned around and gotten a big check or something, and then all of a sudden your car breaks down or something else like that? And then we are always squoze into, and that's a word, squoze into a place where we have to make hard decisions. And we don't have a space to talk those things out. We don't have conversations with people, or we don't have a lot of plethora of people who understand investment in building and wealth ideas, that when you get into those situations, you're like, this is what I can do. And most times we find the easiest solution to fix the car or not resell the car and buy a new car. Like, we don't know those solutions that are granted to us. So before we turn around and talk about our spending habits, because it's so easy to shame, well, let me say this, it's so easy to shame a devil versus to find a mirror. So what happens is like we shame people, and tell people like you're supposed to not drink coffee, not do Starbucks, not spend your money on here, not spend your money on this. And the entire time while they're going without, there are people who have with, who didn't do the same sacrifices they did. So now it's a conversation of, what did I do not in order to be blessed? What did I do? Or I'm wrong, or I shouldn't have spent this. And it's a downplaying. So that's why I say it's a mindset first of how to act when you have money. Do you know how to hide money from yourself? How to turn around and say, if I have $1,000 in my account, that's being broke. Like, we're so used to making it happen that we are constantly making things happen. So I think our first issue is, when we talk about money and main conversations, is number one, how to circumvent problems. And like, how many of us have had that savings account that people tell you to saving accounts for your emergency fund, and then the emergency comes before it's even funded? Like, that was me. So it's like I could never find a way to get ahead of that circle. Versus what happened to me one time is like, okay, I just kept putting money into an account. It didn't matter what happened. I couldn't touch that account. I had no, first of all, the account was like 50 miles away. Second of all, there was no credit card or anything to that account and everything else like that. And that was the year. I think I really built up the best nest egg I had for myself. Don't worry, because an emergency situation came the next year. Like, so while I built up a nest egg, I never built up my mindset to take that nest egg and invest it, and then deal with the solutions and everything else on the bottom end. So the very first thing that I said is, okay, it's problems, then it's mindset, then it comes to, I would say, education and knowledge. Like, you can't do better if you don't know better, and getting around people and everything who know better. I will sit there and say, um now that my mindset has shifted, and is shifting, has really shifted in this last 6 months, the people who I'm around are really not the same people. And there's nothing negative. I was around great people, but I'm seeking more type of answers from people who are investing in all those other things. And I'm listening to that. My YouTube algorithm is totally different. I wish I had taken a screenshot of my YouTube algorithm 6 months ago versus what it is now. Like, what was 6 months ago? I can't say 6 months ago. I'll say a year ago. Like last December, like, I had a lot of music videos. I had a lot of stuff about Rwanda. I had Lifetime movies, holiday, black holiday film movies. I still like them. They just get watched at different times. Um, Probably a lot of dances, a lot of comedy skits. But now, if you open up my YouTube algorithm, um, oh my God, David Never Sleeps, bam, is one of the first ones that pop up. EYL University pops up. The Dream Guy, like, first of all, it's all this. Number two is um, a couple like motivation speakers. Three is some meditation music. I ain't the best at it, but I try. This is jazz sets. There's a lot more studying happening. Oh God, rabbits galore, and all that other stuff. And what I've recognized is that there's a lot more time to studying now. And because for me in the financial game, I am a newbie, and I came to this conversation late, but it's necessary. Um, Getting back to, I wish I had water. I wish I had some water. Um, Getting back to where we are with our financial conversation is that for, um, I would say is so when I say mindset, it's the education that we can't be better unless we figure out how to be better. And then I will turn around and say the spending. And I would say the spending because we've been taught to look good. I mean, let's be honest. Let's not do that. That's in our entire capital industry. When we sit here and talk about these things or do different things, and what's funny to me is when we talk about who we are as Black America, it is so, um, it's so. We talk about how we're a billion-dollar business, I mean, industry, but especially in entertainment and all those things. And they're keeping us dancing, singing, and enjoying and changing and shaping the world of fashion. And those are things and avenues we definitely need to build and believe in. But that's also the avenues that we can also fund. We're gifted to funding those things. Um, I'm gifted to funding those things. And so we do have to look at our spending. But I would say the why behind. I think that you have the right to buy something expensive or something that's luxury if you have a good why behind it and your why is yours. But you have to understand the difference between your want and your need, or your why and your. I would say I was trying to just be cute and say your why versus your what, but that might have been it. Thank you, God. Your why versus your what. Why did you get, or what did you get? Because which one invests into you and helps you become a better person, brightens up your life, and helps you focus on the things that you need to focus on. I'm going to pause now. I'm going to go into some of our chat, but I'm going to come back because I do want us to talk about, if we don't talk through these things, we are not going to be able, you're not going to, I'm going to laugh, Linus. I caught you. I get you. We're not going to be able to properly exit. And this is what the truth is. The truth is, you could say I'm stupid or I'm crazy all you want to. You can turn around and say anything that you want to about not having this financial type of conversation. The problem is, or the truth is that these questions and these answers about how are you going to create a sustainable life and what are you going to do, it's going to be a conversation that comes to you regardless. So the question is, are you going to have that conversation now before you move, or are you going to have that conversation during the move when you're trying to navigate everything and you're in this new country and it's harder to create that sustainable or create that lifestyle, or are you going to have that conversation after you have to come back and set up and start over again and figure out how to make it happen? Because the conversation will happen. We don't want to talk about it. We have so much on our plate, but that sustainable lifestyle is going to happen. That question about what are you going to do for retirement is going to happen. So let's go back into some of these conversations, and then I'll go into our, talking a little bit. I don't have a lot of time today. Linus, hello. Mwah. Absolutely. Hello. Andre was shouting out the dope course. Thank you so much. Like I said, I love my students there. I will put in the link, but it's relocate to rwanda.teachable.com. You need to find it. I'm going to also have it in the downstairs description. Hey, Lady J. Lady J was my radio name, so I got a special love for you. Andre, thank you so much for the donation. It means so much. There's a lot of building that's happening, and I hate being so transparent, but you guys also like, we love you because you tell the truth and you're so transparent. So maybe you'll get it in this one. I will really just break down what thoughts are going on and what's happening. Mwah. Only one. Hey, 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 hey. I know y'all out there doing it, doing it, doing it, and doing it well. Hey, Exodus Life. Congratulations, vacation at will. I love your thing. Thank you for making it live, baby. Sheila's honey greetings. I wanted to order some honey after I saw you on JS. Is Sheila honey here? No website. How do I order from the States? Sheila's honey does have an Instagram, so find them on Instagram and DM them. And I believe, because you have to realize they're probably like now 3 weeks old. I'm going to go ahead and talk to Mr. Lee about that, but I think that they're under the process of building their website. Hey, what's going on? They didn't give. Okay, I'll check it. Oh, can you pass me my phone? Mama Washington always checking me. Always checking me. Yes, problems are our problems. And what does it say? People have the right to enjoy things, but we're always experiencing some type of financial setback. And that's part of where I feel like, and I don't know if this is good advice, and somebody could tell me if this is wrong or not. I have stopped I gotta say this. How do I say it? We're always experiencing some kind of financial setback. Like once I receive a check, I don't touch it for like a week. I'm trying to get to that point, like 2 or 3 days. I wanted to get out of the habit of being excited for payday because I don't know, and somebody could tell me if I'm crazy or if it's the energy or whatever. I wanted to stop being excited for payday because I didn't know if I was like building up so much energy and then getting paid and then spending everything immediately and doing all that versus it's like that financial setback. I wanted it to be that I created my budget and I live my budget and then there's things around it and I constantly grow. And I wanted growth to be my energy and not just that. I don't know because that is always something that happens. And it's like I feel like we put a fear or energy around money where money's like a catalyst. A money is a pathway to enable things to happen. So you have to create yourself a relationship with money where you are like you're the controller of it and you pick which stream or which avenue it goes into and which one it flourishes. And then I've also took a pause even when it comes down to paychecks and salaries. um and like I legitimately like put them into a 24-hour hold and pray over them first because it's so many conversations about money that needs to be had. Y'all don't even understand because the money mindset, even I believe out here, um, if someone asked me, and this is a bad question, somebody asked me and they were like, hey, um, if you could talk to, the ministry, what kind of things would you talk about and all this other stuff. So there's some things in education I would love to talk. There's some things that deal with immigration and visas that I would love to talk about. But I did turn around and say, especially when it comes to the vision 2050, I really would love if we sat down as a country and really talked through financial literacy and wealth building, like with free classes or courses for everyone, whether in harvesting or anything, how to take care of your crops, take care of your farm, but to start creating and investing a mindset for the country. Because if you want the country to flourish, we're going to have to address these things that we do. And if not, everything that we do is not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be long term, and we're going to constantly be building, towards that. So even doing that and then creating for those persons who finished the program, a savings account or an interest bearing account. So if they take, 20% of their salary or something and just put it in here, how to grow and how to watch it actually grow, and just creating some type of investing system within the community to help build a stronger intentionality around financing, growth, and mindset, and not just planning. And there we go, not just planning for the day or the week, but being able to plan for your next generation. One thing that I turned around and told someone is that if I think one of the things that we mess up on is we constantly ask people what is their 10-year plan or what is their 5-year plan. And probably I'll say 70% of us don't know our 2-week plan. Like, what's your plan for the next 2 weeks? Do you know? And I said the question should not be what is your 5-year or 10-year plan. It is number one, you're blessed and you're worth a life that you see until 100 years of age. You are. You're on the right track. You're doing the work. So now, when you make it to 100, what's the lifestyle that you want to have? No, really, like, what is it that you want to do when you wake up in the morning? What do you do all day and you go to bed at night? What kind of food are you eating? What kind of exercise are you doing? Are you doing any exercise? Are you just sleeping? Are you with children? Are you with grandchildren? Are you doing adventure? Like, what is your lifestyle? Okay, 80 can do it, but what is your lifestyle? And then at that lifestyle, what finances are you setting up to attain your life? Because period, point blank, let's say you making it to 100. Financially, what is that going to look like for you then? And I think for me, when you turn around, when I thought of that way, it put a different type of pep in my step in. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this. So I'm going to grind hard now. I'm grinding. Your girl is, she like on the pepper grinder. She on the, that don't look right. Let me do this one. She on the pepper grinder. She on the is this the fufu? This is the fufu. I'm on the fufu grinder. I'm grinding. I'm grinding. I'm grinding because I'm grinding because there's a time when I'm not going to be able to grind, and I need everything that I've done to be able to take care of itself because I can rest during that time. I can laugh and I can love. Those are the big things. So let me keep on going. So you're talking exactly what I'm talking. We sold our house to move, and my car was stolen. I get it. Um, it happens. And so, and I think one of those things too is that when we get into problems, depending on who you are, um, we try to immediate solve it. And I want to be around people that when I get into a problem, it's not just about me solving it right there. It's about me having three different options and me picking the best option to resolve things now. Like there's so much power in choices. And when you have choices, you really can spend more time, figuring out what's the best step or next journey that I need to have. Hey, Ali. So yeah, being totally transparent. Your girl is in them classes. Your girl is in them classes. I'm learning. Um, like I said, I don't like telling all my business, but I'm more of a newbie than I thought. And I realized I can only learn so much at a time. So I'll just be honest for people who know that language. So your girl is in verticals, and that is what she's doing until I get that together. Trans direct, I don't know. Fear shaming is the number one money maker, it seems. Yeah. Um, where are we at? What about trying to fit in the white jeans? You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna show you what your girl did with them white jeans. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Talking about money and say refurbishing. I'm just gonna say that. Refurbishing. Refurbishing. I didn't think to check my YouTube algorithm in order to check my priorities. Facts. I didn't realize that. It was when some stuff popped up and I was like, yo, I'm not about that life. And I was like, I check my algorithm. I check my algorithm. You got me laughing, lioness. Where are we at? Our Exodus life. You have to plan 5, 10, 20 years into the future. And the only thing for me with that one is, and this is just me, planning 5 years or 10 years into the future, and it literally is perspective, that was giving me anxiety because it made me reflect on what I wasn't doing well now. Literally, when I turned around and took it at the end of my life and I backwards planned, and I'm an educator. So, like you backwards plan, and backwards planning is when you look at what you want to have accomplished. Like at the very end, what is the goal? So, if in education, it's like by the end of the year, you're supposed to know how to. I'll just do this one. Multiply word problems, geometry. Da, da, da. So at the very end of the year, now you backwards plan and you say, what have you done in September to get to that goal? What have you done to that to get that goal? For me, backwards planning was much better for me because for me, mine is like, okay, so age 80, this is what I want. This is where I'm living. This is what it does. This is the lifestyle. This is my mobility. This is my health. This is this. Okay, now let's backwards. Let's backwards. Oops, I'm at 40. So what do I need to attain now to get there? So it's really the same things. And then I think also for me, I took out the like people were like, I like the resume portion, like you want to accomplish this, this, and this. And I took that out and I exchanged it with feelings. I exchanged it. Like I said, how would you be feeling? Like I want to be able to walk a mile, which is not bad. Like I can run a mile in 15 minutes. Like I want to run a mile in 12 minutes, but it wasn't about running the mile in 12 minutes. It was the feeling of that moment. And that spoke a lot more to me. But you're talking to somebody who actually is a control freak, and having real conversation hurts because no matter what you say, I am going to use it as a measure against myself on if I'm doing well or not. And so I had to get away from the shame, like we talked about it before, because all I could turn around and say was like, oh, I'm not there yet. And it ends up feeling bad versus saying, this is what I'm doing to get closer to there. And this is how I can continue. It's a mindset thing, yo. And Andre, here we go. That's the way I had to think when I started my transition. You aren't crazy. You're all day, baby. Um, The power of yes, the power of compound interest in real estate investment. What else can I turn around and say? The power of stocks, trading, bonds, ETFs, index farms. I got a couple for more for you. Affiliate programming and marketing. The power of ebooks, e-courses. Taking, I will say this, especially you, Linus, I'll say this to you. The power of taking your knowledge and putting it in a package. You don't know. And I will say this too. If you put your knowledge into a package and work on just marketing the package, it frees you up to obtain more knowledge, and it gives you space to be able to do more things, to later have more packages. And so I think when I was talking about like how problems always happen, like even when we talk about ourselves in a business, it's like it's so easy for me to do this consultation, go do this consultation. I promise you, let's just be transparent. It's so easy for me to sit here and tell you guys to call me for a consultation. It's so easy for me to tell you guys to, join my cousin connection. It's so easy to do that. However, there was a lot of information I was saying over and over again, and it didn't open me up to be able to go into new avenues here in Rwanda and do new things. And so by me creating the course was me taking a bunch of my time in one space and now literally shifting it over to give you guys this. And now all of this is free. And I now can, because the truth of the matter is that from everything that I was doing in consultations, when we're talking about September, October, November, and I'm telling you, I was talking to people, I was doing research, I was doing all that. That time now has been moved to go towards hot summer farms. And looking and researching different things, trying this out, new consultations, taking these courses. I had to really move that time. Now the beauty of it is everything, when everything happens, God, that knowledge can be then packaged up and given to somebody else, and I can open up ways for more knowledge, because there's more coming, more knowledge. And so the key thing I'm going to sit there and say is that I wanted to show that one again. um there's so many ways. We have to be open to those ways. We have to be open to saying to some of our problems no. Like, no, you're a problem, but you're not a priority. You're a problem, you're not a priority. I'm not going to ignore you because I can't let you grow, but I'm not going to let out of the realm of where I'm supposed to be. Like, you have to really know your spaces and your differences. Whew, Jesus. Financial algebra is one of the courses I teach in high school, and you will not believe what's in the text. Of course, I deviate and teach real life money, generational wealth building, and strategies. I can believe, and I think the question that I have is, what would I have needed as a little girl? Because that wouldn't have spoken to me, yo. I just never thought that money was something that was a right for me. It was a need. We needed money. The root of all evil is money. It's what you do with it. As I learned, they learned. Me too. Okay, me too. Um, Thanks. I get great honey from France now. Oh no, baby, we're gonna get you Sheila's honey. We're gonna stop there right now. We're gonna get you some. Let me. I can't say the name. Auntie, your girl, talk to the people. We're gonna get that taken care of. Give them to the new year, 2022. We got you. We got you. Backwards planning is good. Thank you. And I'm gonna go to your YouTube and check it out too. Exodus Life. Thank you for catching it. Where are we? Andre, I have to get the day started. Same here. I love what you're doing for my family. Please get the course, guys. It's for us. It is everything you want. Everything you want. Wow, excellent. I don't know. Yeah, what that was too, but it's there. Imposter syndrome is real, but you just imposter syndrome is real, but believe you deserve to be in the room. You are awesome. Thank you. And I'll say this piece before we go. I just I know the mental breaks I'm having to deal with. I know the conversations. I know the mental health journey I'm going to have to go through. The imposter syndrome is real. Let me tell you the other one that's real. Walmart is real. What's that mean? The Walmart syndrome is real. If you ever had a mom, say this, get in trouble, who went to the went to the bargain sale in Walmart, Like, and nothing's wrong with this. What I have realized is that being who I was so used to getting all my needs met at Walmart that when it came to pricing, I was a Walmart pricer because I never really shopped in Macy's. I never really shopped, like, did mall shopping. If we did, once again, we were on the bargain rack. And let me say this, there's a time and place for everything. For those people who shop at Walmart, you could tell me if I'm wrong. Your outfits got 2 to 3 good washings in them before something happens. Trust me, I've done many good girl. Like, I'm just going ahead and tell and lie to you. This is so shameful. I really tried really hard not to wash my clothes from Walmart because literally, if it was like a dress, I would love their dresses. And I believe even Beyonce knows Mama had like a line there and it looked really good on me. But once I washed it, it changed form and it just didn't fit the same anymore. And so I knew that if I bought an outfit at Walmart, I had 3 good washes before whatever. And I lived in that life. Now somebody made me get some designer stuff, probably my homegirl. And girl, I was so mad. I wore that designer dress. There's one, I don't know if you guys can find it. There's a purple dress I had. I spent a good penny on that. Girl, I done wore that purple dress for 3 years. I could probably, the only reason I didn't bring it, I don't know why I didn't bring it with me. That purple dress rocked. Oh, that purple dress rocked. And there was another one, it was like a rattling neck dress. Oh, I was the bomb in that dress. Talking about 3 to 5 years straight rocking. Um, because I paid for something that was worth it. And so if you're going to do Walmart, you got to know you're doing Walmart. If you're giving Walmart quality, if you're doing Walmart type tours, if you're doing Walmart type business, then be honest with that and give Walmart prices. J Essence is not Walmart. J Essence is her own brand. J Essence is recreating things. So with J Essence, I'm not going to give you Walmart. I am going to give you the top. I'm going to give you what you deserve because the key thing is when you come to me, I see you. That's one of those things that's been built within me. I automatically see you. I know you. I learn you. And I'm trying to give you the best of what you deserve because once I found out what I deserve, it's a beautiful feeling. So J Essence doesn't come with Walmart prices. And I tried to in the beginning, and it's too taxing. So those are other things that I learned in the entrepreneurial world. I have literally 7 minutes left on this live, so we're going to do this. Of course, it's great. We love the Zoom this weekend. Yes. Oh, A. Williams. Yes, I know exactly. Oh, I shouldn't have said that part. Who you are. I'm a professional text preparer. Do you think this would be beneficial for the diaspora or the locals? The answer is yes. I don't know how to have that conversation with you right here. I do say, and I think the problem that we have is that we have to know your worth. I do because I'm going through that one, but we truly have to know your worth. And then for you are mostly beneficial and we need you. I would say that if you're looking for this to expand yourself, is being open to continue to learn and understand other laws. I would tell you my biggest concern is that I'm coming in with my American way of thinking with taxes, and I'm in different international countries and they don't think the same. So in order to expand yourself, it's just making sure um, that those are things. But yeah, it'll be beneficial. It's just how it's used. The love of money is the root of all evil. That part's there. I'm not going to go into that. Like I said, I'm 7 minutes countdown. Excellent. The fact that you're putting the knowledge on paper for others to learn from your experience. Yes, girl. Oh, except we don't like to read, so sometimes you got to do a video dog. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Go to sleep, travels. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Um, no, that is not me. Let me give you my PayPal right now. We talk about marketing. I got to put everything in one spot. My PayPal is this. There we go. I just put it in the comments. Thank you. And thank you for asking. No. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I cannot wait for me to catch that one with Tabitha Brown. She is preaching on it and speaking on it. It is not. Good night, travels. Good night. What is this one? Buy me a coffee handle should be J Essence. Is in the links, and I'll go to another link. Buy me a coffee is the J Essence one, and you can go do that. I'm sure expats who use the service because we need to still file in the U.S. Yes, and we talked about that. Expats, you need to file And I'm not going to get into my own personal theories or something, but there's a lot of shifting at play. And the U.S. is going to get this money however the U.S. get his money. Oh, I almost went there. But you do know they spent money on slave catchers, right? That was not to get rid of you. That was to come get you back because you still have more work to do. I ain't saying nothing else. Y'all can read between the lines. So I just feel like people are going to try to come and get their money however theirs, and you need to be ready. Huntsville, thank you. Hey, Mar. I'm going to put this up for a second and let you guys see that. So if I had to end out, I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. And oh, I was supposed to send this text message. Let me see. So sorry. And I got to go. I do feel like we need to really talk about sustainable life. I was going to say financial wealth, and I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say sustaining your life. Because what's the other purpose of like you going and moving to Africa and you finding freedom and then you die of a chicken wing heart attack? Like, and I ain't saying nothing wrong with chicken wings. Trust me, that's my thing. I'm just saying that sustaining is a lot more deeper than just finances. Sustaining is mindset. Sustaining is trying to find your happiness. Sustaining is trying to find your family. Um, Sustaining is loving your life so much to a point where you make sure that you're intentional in ensuring it stays. I like that. Did somebody write that down? That was tight. That was quotable. That was quotable. All right. Girl, I got class too. I got a class too. Let me be honest with you. Your girl is gone because I am rocking and rolling. I got me some second graders because we are doing regrouping, subtraction, action. That's what we do in this piece. And so I gotta go. For anybody else, you could go ahead and catch. Let me put in here. Um, Shout outs to you. Peace and blessings, family, grind rising to everyone. Shout outs and rocking the fist and the star. Much love to Corey B. Um, Getting back to wanted to this real quick. If you guys wanted to check out the course to Rwanda teachable.com. It's right here if you want to see it. And I think that I just want to let you know before anything else how appreciative I am for my viewers. Um, Thank you for trusting my words in your journey and know that your love is felt in my journey. And I think that everything I question and put together is one, how do I honor your time and your space? When you watch with your viewerships, with your donations, I did tell somebody I was going to be transparent with that. Your donations are towards growth. Your donations are planting. We're building a harvest, baby. Whether it's salaries and people in education, for instance, one of my workers, he'll tell you like we bought courses for like two or three of my people. We're not going to have any information not available to us. Period. Period. We're not going to have we don't have information that's not available. We always have an availability for information no matter what. Um and then two, tag. See, this is me multitasking and working. So know that your love is felt and everything else like that. But two, I love creating spaces and forums for us to grow and learn. And I do think that that's pretty much the next step in this journey. There's some December goals, some February goals, some January goals, but know that everything is with you guys in mind. I am ending this broadcast. I am saying thank you so much. Thank you to the family. Thank you to everybody else. Thank you to Lady J. Yes, love you. Love learning and teachable. Yes. And I think that's it. We out. That was such a bomb outro. I should do that one again. I really should. Bam, yay.